On October 7, 2021, a seismic shift occurred in English football when Newcastle United was purchased for €300 million by a consortium led by the Saudi Public Investment Fund, PIFF, PCP Capital Partners, and the Reuben brothers. The news brought mixed reactions, from hope among Newcastle supporters to controversy surrounding Saudi ownership in English football. The acquisition marks the beginning of a new era for a historic football club that had been struggling for relevance in the Premier League. Under the new ownership, Newcastle United underwent a complete transformation. From flirting with relegation to earning a coveted spot in the Champions League, the turnaround has been dramatic and, some might argue, miraculous. However, this success comes with a shadow of controversy, ranging from accusations of sports washing to internal tensions within the club. In this video, we delve deep into Newcastle's master plan, exploring its genius, its madness, and its implications for football as a whole. The decline under Mike Ashley. For over a decade, Newcastle United stagnated under the ownership of Mike Ashley, a businessman whose frugal management style frustrated fans and stifled the club's growth. Despite being one of the oldest and most storied clubs in English football, Newcastle became synonymous with mediocrity during Ashley's tenure. While the Magpies had their moments, finishing 5th in the Premier League in 2012 and achieving promotion from the Championship under Rafa Benitez, they were unable to sustain success. Key issues, such as the lack of investment in the squad and infrastructure, created a toxic environment. Benitez's departure in 2019 epitomized the frustration among fans, as the Spanish manager cited a lack of ambition from the ownership. The hiring of Steve Bruce as head coach only worsened the situation. His tenure was marked by lackluster performances, a disconnect with fans, and reports of internal conflicts with players. By the time Newcastle's new owners took charge in 2021, the club was languishing at the bottom of the Premier League table, staring relegation in the face. The Eddie Howe revolution. One of the first major decisions made by the new ownership was the appointment of Eddie Howe as manager. Howe, a young and dynamic English coach, was tasked with the monumental challenge of turning Newcastle's fortunes around, and he delivered. Under Howe's leadership, Newcastle avoided relegation in the 2021-22 season, a feat that seemed almost impossible after failing to win any of their first 14 games. Howe's tactical acumen, combined with the financial backing of the Saudi consortium, provided the foundation for Newcastle's rise. The team not only survived but began to thrive, finishing 11th that season. What set Howe apart was his ability to unlock the potential of underperforming players. The transformation of Joe Wellington from a struggling striker to a dominant box-to-box midfielder and the resurgence of Miguel Almiron as an attacking threat exemplified Howe's impact. The manager also built a cohesive system that maximized the talents of new signings, such as Kieran Trippier and Bruno Guimaraes. Strategic investments. The financial backing of Newcastle's new ownership allowed the club to make significant investments in both players and infrastructure. Unlike some clubs that spend recklessly, Newcastle's approach was methodical. The January 2022 transfer window was a turning point, with key signings such as Trippier, Guimaraes, Dan Burn, and Chris Wood. These players brought quality, experience, and a winning mentality to the squad. The club's strategy of targeting young, high-potential players paid off handsomely. Alexander Isak, a standout talent from La Liga, and Anthony Gordon, a rising star from Everton, exemplified this approach. These acquisitions not only improved the team's immediate performance but also laid the groundwork for long-term success. The shadow of controversy. Despite their on-field success, Newcastle's resurgence has been accompanied by significant controversy. The club's majority ownership by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund has led to accusations of sports washing, a term used to describe the use of sports to improve a country's global image despite a questionable human rights record. Critics have pointed to issues such as the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi and Saudi Arabia's broader human rights violations as reasons why the Premier League should not have approved the takeover. The league itself faced backlash for its decision, with other clubs expressing concerns about the influence of the Saudi state on Newcastle. This ethical debate has created a polarizing narrative around Newcastle's achievements. While fans celebrate the club's resurgence, others question the cost of success, both morally and politically. Internal challenges. Even within the club, Newcastle has faced challenges. Reports of friction between Eddie Howe and the club's new sporting director, Paul Mitchell, have raised questions about the stability of their long-term vision. Balancing the ambitions of the ownership with the manager's philosophy and the expectations of fans remains a delicate task. Additionally, the demands of competing in multiple competitions have tested the squad's depth. Injuries and fatigue affected Newcastle's performance in the 2024 season, highlighting the need for further reinforcements and careful squad management. The genius behind Newcastle's rise. At its core, Newcastle's success can be attributed to a combination of strategic investments, managerial expertise, and the passionate support of their fans. The club's ability to identify and develop talent has been remarkable, with players like Bruno Guimaraes, Isak, and Gordon reaching new heights under Eddie Howe. The transformation of St. James's Park into a fortress, coupled with the backing of a loyal fan base, has created an environment where success feels inevitable. The investments in infrastructure and youth development also indicate that Newcastle is building for sustained success rather than relying solely on short-term gains. The question of morality. However, the moral questions surrounding Newcastle's rise cannot be ignored. The involvement of the Saudi Public Investment Fund has sparked a broader debate about the role of state-owned entities in football. While Newcastle fans have every right to celebrate their team's achievements, the ethical concerns remain a significant part of the narrative. As football continues to grapple with the influence of money and politics, Newcastle United serves as a case study in the complexities of modern sports ownership. The line between genius and madness is often thin, and Newcastle's journey embodies this duality. Newcastle United's transformation from a struggling Premier League club to a Champions League contender is a story of ambition, strategy, and resilience. Eddie Howe's managerial brilliance and the financial backing of the Saudi consortium have combined to create one of the most compelling narratives in recent football history. Yet this success comes with its share of controversies and ethical dilemmas. Whether Newcastle's Masterplan is a stroke of genius or an example of moral compromise is a question that will continue to be debated. What is undeniable, however, is that Newcastle United has redefined its place in English football, for better or worse. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.